Now to a chilling statistic. 1 in every 3 drivers under 25 will be involved in a car accident. While most will walk away from the crash, health workers say the statistics don't tell the full story. For far too many, survival often comes at a horrific cost, with permanent brain damage the most common and devastating injury of all. Over the next 3 days, more than 12,000 high school students will gather at Sydney's Homebush Acer Arena to hear first-person accounts from young adults whose lives were changed forever by bad driving or just bad luck on the road. Deborah Cornwall reports.
Sit. Good work. Ready? Ready? Catch!
I can't remember the accident. I got post-traumatic amnesia, which means that you are basically like a human goldfish. You remember 3 seconds, then after 3 seconds, your memory gets wiped and it starts again fresh.
It's now 4 years since 24-year-old Jarrad Ingram sped off in his ute after an argument with his girlfriend, losing control on a wet country road. Rushed to Sydney's Westmead Hospital, his head injuries were so severe, doctors at first declared him brain dead.
When he opened his eyes, there was no one there. He couldn't talk, he was totally blind, could not sit up, couldn't hold his head up, just sat head down and dribbled.
That's it.
That Jarrad can function at all is remarkable, a testament to the Westmead Hospital's brain injury unit, where half its patients are young people, most of them car crash victims.
You on white telly?
But Jarrad will never get his old life back.
I have no friends at the moment.
Never mind.
Like, for me, trying to get a girlfriend now is totally impossible. They then feel like I'm dependent on them and that they're going to have to treat me like a baby, and they don't want a baby, they want a boyfriend, or a partner for life.
I suppose your heart dies a little bit every day, just seeing it. It's really probably is the cruelest thing. It's like you wake up every day, and as I open my eyes, yep.
We see far too many young people injured in road traffic crashes. Have we had a family conference recently?
Stephanie Wilson coordinates the long-term treatment of major trauma victims in Sydney's West.
We can get on to it.
She says despite 3 decades of scare campaigns targeting young people, 1 in every 3 patients she sees are drivers under 25. Their lives devastated by horrific, mostly permanent injuries from car accidents.
I wouldn't be like this if I just said no and not got into that car.
Dreadfully distressing, and I know as a nurse you have to put that to the back and actually just, treat, and we are very good at doing that, but we do take it home too. Some cases stick in our minds forever.
6 years ago, Westmead Hospital launched its own campaign, pitching the message directly at 12,000 high school students at their annual Youth and Road Trauma Forum.
We want to show them that they're not immortal and that they can die, or if they don't die, that they can suffer severe permanent disabilities and injuries.
The hope is the forum will reach teenagers in a way advertising campaigns can't, using shock and awe scenarios and the real-life stories of car crash survivors like Jarrad.
I go for a drive with my mates, and occasionally do a burnout or a doughy, but I always thought I could control my vehicle. We all thought it was a bit of a laugh. I suppose now, looking back at it, I was probably a bit of a...
I didn't actually hit my head on anything. My brain just hit the back of my skull and then bounced off there and bounced off the front and just did that for a bit.
27-year-old Naomi Deck is a former maternity nurse who suffered critical injuries including brain damage, just driving to work. Despite a spectacular recovery, she can no longer work as a nurse and her injuries are for life.
I need to really concentrate on my walk. I can walk well for a few minutes, but then my foot turns in and starts dragging. Then I've got ongoing back issues. So even though the bone's healed, the muscles are still on guard. Then also my memory isn't brilliant. I still fatigue easily. That is the reality, that your life isn't going to be the same. It can't be the same again after such a trauma.
It's a message that seemed to hit the mark today.
Just to see the total, bad impact of it is really hectic. It's really touching, kind of, gave me kind of shivers.
It was very eye-opening, so didn't think it'd be, as heavy as it is, sort of thing.
Yeah, I do have my licence now, and, it's definitely going to make me think twice when I'm driving, make sure I'm under the speed limit and everything.
For Naomi and Jarrad, sharing their stories has been a perverse sort of therapy.
The reason that I give these talks and talk to people is I think if I change how one person drives their car so that they don't have this injury, do it every day, happily.
I never thought this should happen to me. I'd get away with it. It turned out it didn't.